All right, now let's get a check on other markets. Now we see the crypto market still quite bullish at this point, even though we had all of that bad news this week with Binance and the CEO of Binance actually stepping down. We see that Bitcoin firmly in the green this morning, looking at the heat map from Coin360. We see Ethereum managing to rise back above the $2,000 level, also in the green. But Solana, on the flip side there, showing pockets of red with OKB, XLM, with profit taking going on there, and BNB somehow returning to the green, even though we know the Binance exchange is in the middle of all the fiasco we've seen in the market today. Let's look at the sentiments now. We see is greed at 66 points. Showing that traders are still greedy, but less than what we had, previously, about 70% for the fear greed index, showing market sentiment. If we look at the top cryptocurrency, we track on the top 100 there. If we see the top 100 coins, we'll look at the top 100 coins, and we see Bitcoin at this morning was trading above that 37 level. Top gainers, we see gas. They're not seeing that on the top gainers counter for a while. It's up 18.55% this morning for the top gainers counter. Let's bring in Gilbert Jopata now, financial market analyst. Gilbert, great to have you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Labi. Great to be here.
Yeah, so we'll see more data out in the crypto market. Bitcoin has been flowing from Binance to Coinbase since day before yesterday, and so far Binance has registered a decrease of about 5,000 Bitcoins, while Coinbase has gained 12,000. What's your take on this?
Okay, personally, I think this is one of the most interesting data out there for investors and analysts. This actually came out from CryptoQuant, and this is because it is telling us what is happening, or a new dynamic happening and a change of the market landscape entirely. This is because Binance decreasing about 5,000 BTC outflow and Coinbase gaining 12,000 tells us that within the short period of time that there was fear and uncertainty in the market with CZ stepping down as the CEO of Binance, Coinbase was the winner of this entire feud. And this actually reveals to us a grand scheme of things, and I'm going to tell you why. The US is ready to make sure the companies that are going to have dominance in the cryptocurrency space have to be US-based companies. And this is because we have over $20 trillion sitting on the sideline from ETF, which most of all these companies will be US-based companies. So there is no how there's over $20 trillion worth of money is coming into the market, and the US is not going to be the dominant company that will be playing in this space. So in the grand scheme of things, Coinbase is supposed to be the dominant crypto exchange out there, and USDC and not USDT is meant to be the dominant stable currency out there. Meanwhile, for now, even though these outflow, Coinbase was the winning exchange that received this outflow. And we also see USDT also facing some backlash after they freeze a couple of assets recently. Binance still remain the dominant asset, dominant crypto exchange out there. Meanwhile, I'm still watching, and I would love to see how this really plays out. But for now, I think regardless of the short-term fear and uncertainty, Binance still have trust from majority of the market participants. But I would still really like to see how much the US will have to play this game, and how much of should I say, talking to legislator from dominant exchanges like Coinbase in the US will play and shift the dynamism of the market. But this is the beginning of a new trend, and is what every investor watching out, so we will know what will happen. But this is all the aftermath of regulatory scrutiny, and there is no how ETF is going to be launched with over 20 trillion coming into the marketplace from the US, that the US wouldn't want a US-based company to be the market dominant exchange or stable currency.
Right. I'm talking about, the US at this point. If Binance did not launch the Binance US platform that's supposed to serve, citizens of the US, would this still have happened?
Probably it would have, but the game would have been different because there would have been ways they would try to see how global travel rules or global monetary regulation could still clamp down on Binance. But it was really not. Probably, but right now the fact that Binance US was in existence and was operating before now without regulations is enough to nail Binance down anyway.
And what if Binance was a U.S. company? Would they be going through this? All right, we'll try and get Gilbert. Okay. All right, I can hear you now, Gilbert. Okay, why? We see the network's a little shaky.
We see people trying to.
All right, Gilbert, it seems the network is getting really shaky at this time. We'll still try and... Okay, Gilbert, let's try that again. Can you hear me? All right, we'll try and get Gilbert back. He was basically talking about the issue right there with Binance. If Binance was a U.S. company, would this really have happened at this time? With Gilbert saying that the U.S. is trying to get as much position in this market, looking at the Bitcoin spot ETF that might be approved soon, and they might be wanting to get most of all that action going forward. We'll try and get Gilbert back again to finish his thoughts on that. But let's get back to the top gainers counter now. We see a new one there, Blur, on the top gainers counter this morning, 55 cents. With a double-digit gain of 12.59%. Elrond, this one's been there for a while in the crypto market. That's $46.34 per coin, up 4.55%. Marginal, not too big move up at this time, even though we're seeing some double-digit gains. Mina Protocol is also on the top gainers counter this morning, 68 cents, 4.23%. So we're seeing traders still quite bullish in this market, at this time, even though we've had that market moving news that came out this week about the Binance exchange. We're still seeing investors, even though they pulled out a lot of funds, from Binance. We saw a lot of sell-offs on the day that news came out, but we saw most of these traders, coming back at this time, getting more bullish in the market. But who knows if that's going to continue going forward, because it's still a developing story at this time with what happened with Binance. So we're still watching out for what's going to come next. Let's look at the losers counter. We see Celestia there, one of the new kids on the block there, $5.54. A big drop there, 7.71%. This recently got listed on major exchanges, at this time. So we're seeing a lot of traders still, trying to find out the right price, at this time. So expect a lot of volatility for Celestia. That was recently listed, and for the Ordi, that's the ordinals there, $21.21, 7.06% drop. This also got listed recently in one of the top exchanges. IMX, that's trading at $1.39 this morning, down 6.60%. Ape, that's for the metaverse play there, $1.41. That's been quiet for a while now. We've seen that the metaverse part of the market still quite quiet at this time, 5.43% drop, and it was equating also getting on that top losers counter at 21 cents, 5.43%. Let's try again. Let's see if we can get Gilbert back at this time. Okay, not yet. We can still get Gilbert back. So that's how the market, is looking at this time. It's a Friday. Definitely, we know the tradition here. Fridays are always days of sell-offs in the market, but we're seeing Bitcoin managing to actually stay, in the green this morning. It's a Black Friday, and definitely investors will be looking for deals at this point, trying to get some of those cheap investments. Maybe they can actually get some good deals, going forward. So that's how the market is looking today. Still a greedy market. Looking out for how the weekend plays out for the crypto market, knowing fully well that the market never sleeps and doesn't close. That's a wrap.